Margaret couldn't climb her own stairs. 78 years old. 3 eggs every morning for 6 years straight. Doing everything her doctor recommended. Still losing strength. 6 months later, she walked into my office and climbed onto the exam table without the step stool. 4 pounds of muscle, 18% stronger grip, carrying groceries again. What changed wasn't more eggs. It was something sitting in her refrigerator the whole time. I'm Dr. Maria Golden, 25 years as an orthopedic surgeon, and about 3 years ago, I started seeing a pattern. Patients eating eggs religiously, still losing muscle. But a small group eating something different, maintaining strength, some even building. That difference sent me down a research path I didn't expect. What I found changed how I talk about protein after 75. Today, I'm sharing 5 specific cheeses that research suggests work better than eggs for maintaining muscle. Not a little better, measurably better. Let me show you what Margaret discovered. Let me be clear up front. Eggs aren't bad. They're nutritious. They've helped millions. But after 75, your body changes how it processes protein. Your digestive system slows. Your muscles develop what scientists call anabolic resistance. They need stronger signals to start building. Think of it like this. When you're young, your muscles are like eager students. Show them a little protein, they get to work. After 75, they're more skeptical. They need proof. They need the right kind of protein in the right form. That's where these 5 cheeses come in. Not magic, not miracles. Just better matched to what aging muscles actually need. Better absorption rates, superior amino acid profiles, compounds that activate pathways eggs simply don't touch. I've watched patients like Margaret transform their strength, not through massive effort, through smarter protein choices. What I'm about to share isn't theory. It's backed by research from institutions like the University of Athens, the Cleveland Clinic, and the National Institute on Aging. Ready? Let's start with Margaret's story. Margaret is a retired school teacher, lived alone in her 2-story house for 40 years. Grandmother of 6. 2 years ago, she came in struggling to climb stairs. Not pain. Her knees worked fine. She just didn't have leg strength anymore. We reviewed her diet. Perfect on paper. 3 eggs breakfast, lean chicken dinner, protein shake sometimes. But her muscle mass test? 9 pounds lost in 3 years. That's when I asked, "Margaret, do you like cheese?" She looked confused. "Doctor, I thought cheese was bad. The cholesterol, the fat." I explained what I'd been learning. How certain cheeses work differently in aging bodies. We made one change. Instead of a 3rd egg at breakfast, cottage cheese before bed. 2 ounces of Parmesan on lunch salad. Ricotta with berries a few times weekly. 6 months later, Margaret climbed onto my exam table without the step stool. Her muscle mass? Up 4 pounds. Grip strength? Improved 18%. She told me, "I carry my own groceries now. I walk to the store. I don't need my daughter driving over 3 times a week." That's what this is about. Not numbers. Real life. Real independence. The ability to live how you want to live. Now, Margaret didn't use all 5 cheeses I'm about to show you. She focused on 3. That was enough. You might choose different ones. That's fine. The key is understanding what each one does, then picking what fits your life. We're counting down from 5 to 1. Each cheese targets a different part of muscle building. Swiss protects your cellular power plants. Ricotta rebuilds during active hours. Parmesan wakes dormant fibers. Cottage cheese works overnight. And number 1? Greek islanders stay strong into their 90s because of it. Let's start. Number 5. Swiss cheese. Those holes aren't just air. They're created by fermentation producing propionic acid. Research from the University of Zurich showed this acid activates muscle stem cells, your repair crew, the cells that fix damaged muscle tissue. After 75, these cells get sluggish. Swiss cheese wakes them up. But here's what matters more. Swiss has the highest natural vitamin K2 of any common cheese. K2 protects your mitochondria, the power plants in muscle cells. When mitochondria fail, muscles can't produce energy, can't maintain themselves, definitely can't grow. One Netherlands study found higher K2 levels meant significantly more muscle mass retained during aging. How much? 2 ounces daily, about 2 slices. Key tip: room temperature, not cold from the fridge. Cold reduces absorption 40%. Pair with whole grain crackers. Triggers stronger insulin response. Carries amino acids directly to muscles. Best time? 30 minutes after any activity, even a short walk. Your muscles are primed then. Number 4. Ricotta cheese. Concentrated whey protein hiding in plain sight. Those expensive athlete protein powders? Most are whey. Ricotta is whey in whole food form. Why this matters? Whey contains the highest leucine concentration, the amino acid that tells muscles to start building now. 1 cup ricotta gives 14 grams complete protein, all 9 essential amino acids in exact ratios your muscles need. Plus, it's creamy, easy to digest, doesn't stress your system like dense meat sometimes does. An Italian sarcopenia study had participants eat 1 cup daily. After 8 weeks, averaged 3 pounds muscle gained, without changing exercise. Ricotta also contains alpha-lactalbumin, builds muscle and improves sleep by increasing serotonin. Better sleep means better recovery, more growth hormone during those crucial nighttime hours. How to use. Mix with honey and cinnamon. This combo increases protein synthesis 25%. Honey's natural sugars shuttle amino acids into cells. Cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity. Timing crucial. First protein of your day, within 1 hour of waking. Flips overnight breakdown back to building mode. Choose whole milk ricotta. Natural fats help absorb vitamins and improve protein bioavailability. Number 3. Parmesan. Real Parmigiano Reggiano, aged at least 24 months. During that aging, proteins break down into bioactive peptides. These peptides wake dormant muscle fibers inactive for years, like flipping light switches in dark rooms. Leucine concentration in aged Parmesan, highest of any natural food, 3.5 grams per ounce. Exceeds the threshold needed to trigger muscle synthesis in older adults. As you age, you need more leucine for the same response. Scientists call this Anabolic resistance. Aged Parmesan overcomes it. An Italian centenarian study showed daily Parmesan consumers maintained 50% more muscle mass. The aging creates natural glutamate too, enhances recovery, reduces inflammatory markers, preventing muscle rebuilding. Those crunchy bits you feel? Crystallized amino acid deposits. Pre-digested proteins absorbing directly through your intestinal wall. Perfect for older adults with declined stomach acid. How to use. Grate fresh. Don't buy pre-grated. Air exposure degrades compounds within hours. Add to warm foods, not hot. Above 140 degrees denatures the special peptides. 1 to 2 ounces daily. Divide between lunch and dinner. Over vegetables, soups, salads. Plant nutrients amplify muscle synthesis up to 40%. Number 2. Cottage cheese. Having a moment in orthopedic medicine. Not because it's trendy, because it works. Highest casein protein concentration in any whole food. Casein does what whey can't. Whey works fast. Sprint. Hits bloodstream quick. Gone in hours. Casein works slow. Marathon. Releases amino acids up to 7 hours after eating. Muscles receive steady building blocks instead of quick bursts. Cleveland Clinic study. Adults over 75 eating cottage cheese before bed increased overnight muscle synthesis 300%. 300%! Compared to those eating nothing before sleep. 8 hours of sleep became 8 hours of muscle building instead of the breakdown that typically happens during fasting. Let me tell you about Robert, 79, retired electrician. Came in complaining about fatigue. Woke up tired after 8 hours sleep. Muscle mass declining steadily. We started the cottage cheese protocol. 1 cup before bed, every night. No exceptions. He was skeptical. Doc, seems too simple. 2 months later, I wake up with more energy. Legs feel stronger in the morning. Muscle mass test, up 2.5 pounds, significant for his smaller frame. He told me, I work in my garden again without my legs giving out. Here's how casein works. Forms a gel in your stomach. Slows digestion. Nutritionists call it a protein drip. Keeps muscles fed throughout night, when they do most repair. Takes advantage of growth hormone pulse during deep sleep. Beyond 25 grams protein per cup, cottage cheese provides selenium and B vitamins supporting muscle repair enzymes. High water content helps hydration. Probiotics in cultured versions improve absorption 40%. As you age, digestive efficiency declines. Probiotics fix that. How to maximize. Mix with ground chia seeds and walnuts. Eat 30 minutes before bed. Omega-3s reduce muscle inflammation. Slow-releasing casein works overnight magic. Serving size. 1 cup full fat. Natural fat slows absorption further. Provides calories older adults struggle to consume. Can't build muscle in calorie deficit, no matter how much protein. Some orthopedic surgeons treat this like prescription. 1 cup before bed, every night, without exception. Cumulative effect over weeks and months far greater than sporadic consumption. Robert's been doing this a year now. Still strong. Choose cottage cheese with live cultures listed. These bacteria produce vitamin K2 during fermentation, another layer of muscle protection. Number 1. Greek Feta cheese. Traditional Greek Feta, sheep's milk, aged in wooden barrels. This one surprised even me. Contains conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, in concentrations supplement makers envy. University of Athens researchers studied why Greek islanders maintain exceptional strength into their 90s. What they found changed how many think about protein for older adults. Sheep's milk feta has structurally different proteins than cow's milk. Smaller molecules. Penetrate muscle cell membranes directly. Deliver amino acids exactly where needed without complex digestion. Like having a key that fits perfectly instead of breaking down the door. Fermentation creates bioactive peptides stimulating growth hormone production in older adults. Your natural levels drop 80% after 70. Feta helps bring them back. Traditional feta contains spermidine, triggers autophagy, forces old, damaged proteins out of muscle cells, makes room for new, healthy tissue. Like clearing broken furniture before renovating a house. The combination of protein, probiotics, and CLA creates what scientists call a perfect storm for muscle synthesis. One study, 2 ounces authentic sheep's milk feta daily, increased muscle mass average 5 pounds in 12 weeks. Among adults over 75 doing no resistance training. Results typically requiring months of weightlifting in younger people. Mediterranean tradition of eating feta with olive oil isn't just taste. Monounsaturated fats increase CLA absorption 400%, provide anti-inflammatory compounds, helping aging muscles recover efficiently. How to use. Crumble fresh feta over salad with olive oil, tomatoes, cucumbers. Eat as lunch daily. Vegetable nutrients work synergistically with feta's compounds, maximizing synthesis. Key distinction. Choose authentic Greek feta from sheep's milk, not cow's milk supermarket versions. Sheep's milk contains 3 times more CLA. Proteins fundamentally different. Shaped differently. Dock with muscle cell receptors cow's milk can't access. Wooden barrel aging allows beneficial bacteria flourishing. Creates additional muscle-supporting compounds. Orthopedic surgeons recommending Feta protocol report improvements not just in mass, but strength, balance, overall mobility. Patients regaining abilities thought lost forever. Getting up from chairs without arms. Climbing stairs without railings. Before you buy 5 pounds of cheese, important context. Disclaimer: I'm a surgeon, not a dietitian, not your doctor. This is research-based general information, not personalized medical advice. Who should be careful? Kidney disease, heart failure, sodium-restricted diet. Talk to your doctor first. Lactose intolerant, aged cheeses, Parmesan, Feta, usually fine, low lactose. But Ricotta and Cottage have more. May cause issues. Gout. High protein can trigger flares. Monitor symptoms. Blood thinners like warfarin. K2 and Swiss interacts with medication. Discuss with doctor. High cholesterol or heart disease. Cheese relationship more complex than we thought. But talk to your cardiologist. Balance matters. Cheese is nutrient-dense and calorie-dense. 2 ounces is 200 calories. Adding without removing something else might cause weight gain. For muscle building, sometimes okay, but be mindful. Variety still essential. These 5 cheeses are excellent. It shouldn't be your only protein. You still need vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean meats if you eat them. When to see a doctor? Losing muscle rapidly, more than 5 pounds in 6 months. Unexplained weakness getting worse. Can't perform daily activities you could 6 months ago. These could signal medical conditions needing evaluation. Muscle loss isn't just diet, can be hormonal, neurological, or underlying disease. Emergency symptoms: sudden severe weakness, difficulty swallowing, trouble breathing. Get emergency help immediately. Not normal aging. Could be serious. Let's bring this together. 5 cheeses, each unique. Swiss for K2 and mitochondrial protection. Ricotta for fast-absorbing whey. Parmesan for bioactive peptides waking dormant fibers. Cottage cheese for overnight building. Greek Feta for growth hormone and CLA. You don't need all 5. Margaret focused on cottage cheese and Parmesan. Robert went all in on cottage cheese protocol. That was enough for real difference. Start with 1. See how your body responds. Maybe cottage cheese before bed. Maybe Parmesan on lunch salad. Maybe Feta with olive oil. Give it 6 weeks. That's how long for measurable changes. Pay attention to how you feel. Are you stronger? More stable? Able to do things getting harder? Those metrics matter, not just scale numbers. Remember, this isn't replacing medical treatment. If you're on medication for muscle conditions, keep taking it. This is adding a tool to your toolkit. Simple, accessible, affordable. Research suggests it might help. Still eating eggs daily? Keep doing that too. This isn't eggs versus cheese. It's eggs plus cheese. More options, more variety. The goal is maintaining independence, staying strong enough to live life you want. Carry your own groceries, climb your own stairs, get up from your own chair. That's what muscle is for. These 5 cheeses might help you keep it. Margaret texted me last week, started a walking group in her neighborhood. 78 years old, leading walks twice weekly. That's what's possible when you find what works for your body. If this helped you, I'd appreciate a subscribe. Next week, the 5 vegetables that triple protein absorption. Margaret combined these with her cheese protocol. That's when things really accelerated. Robert uses 3 daily now. Simple additions, big impact. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Know someone struggling with muscle loss? Share this. Sometimes one small change makes a big difference. Before you go, quick question. On a scale 1 to 10, how strong do your legs feel right now? Leave a comment. I read every one. Use your answers to shape future videos for this community. One more thing. In the description below, I've linked a printable guide showing exactly how Margaret structured her daily cheese intake, week by week, what she ate when. Free download. Grab it. Makes implementation easier. Thanks for watching. See you next time.